Hi friends, it's Mrs. Soto. I wanted to share a couple things that I saw with you. I saw this article, and this is actually dated Sunday, January 20th, 2013, so it's a few weeks old, but it's very interesting, and you guys need to hear this. Okay, this article says the Pentagon says protests are acts of low-level terrorism. Yep, that's right. It says this has been happening for some time. Even the very act of assembling with other like-minded people to influence policy by petitioning the government for a redress of grievances can land you on the domestic terrorism list. A written exam administered by the Pentagon labels protests as a form of low-level terrorism, enraging civil liberties advocates and activist groups who say it shows blatant disregard of the First Amendment. The written exam, given as part of a Department of Defense employees' routine training, includes a multiple choice question that asks, which of the following is an example of low-level terrorism? Attacking the Pentagon, IEDs, hate crimes against racial groups, or protests? The correct answer, according to the exam, is protests. It's part of a pattern of equating dissent and protest with terrorism, said Ann Brick, an attorney with the American Civil Liberties Union, which obtained a copy of the question after a Defense Department employee who was taking the test printed the screen on his or her computer terminal. It undermines the core constitutional values that the Department of Defense is supposed to be defending, Brick said, referring to the First Amendment right to peaceable assembly. And the next thing I wanted to tell you, and you know what, I'm going to put all the links on the bottom so you could get there and then look at it and share it with others. This next thing I wanted to tell you about is this guy is going to be the first person, it says, he's going to be the first person that really gets drones used on him on American soil. I thought I had another paper that said it better. Let me dig it out. I work on it for a while, what I'm going to share with you guys. Sometimes I make a big mess. Oh yeah, it says Christopher Dorner becomes the first human target for drones on U.S. soil. I'm going to leave you that link too. I can't believe that. They've already started this drone stuff. Anyway, let me go on with the article. Manhunt for ex-soldier who shot police chief's daughter and killed policeman. The police plan to use spy drones in the hunt for a Rambo-style ex-soldier and policeman who has murdered 3 people and vowed to kill again. They believe that burly, heavily armed Christopher Dorner is holed up in the wilderness of California's snow-capped San Bernardino Mountains, 80 miles east of Los Angeles. The burnt-out shell of his pickup truck was discovered in the nearby resort of Big Bear, where residents and tourists have been warned to stay indoors as the search continues. Yesterday, as a task force of 125 officers, some riding snowcats in the rugged terrain, continued their search, it was revealed Dorner has become the first human target for remotely controlled airborne drones on U.S. soil. Anyway, it goes on to say, a senior police source said, the thermal imaging cameras the drones use may be our only hope of finding him. On the ground, it's looking like a needle in a haystack. Asked directly if drones have already been deployed, Riverside Police Chief Sergio Diaz, who is jointly leading the task force, says, we are using all the tools at our disposal. Whoa. The use of drones was later confirmed by Customs and Border Patrol spokesman Ralph DeCio, who revealed agents have been prepared for Dorner to make a dash for the Mexican border since his rampage began. He said, this agency has been at the forefront of domestic use of drones by law enforcement. That's all I can say at the moment. Dorner, who was fired from the LAPD in 2008 for lying about a fellow officer he accused of misconduct, has vowed to wreak havoc by killing officers and their families. Whoa. In a chilling 6,000-word manifesto on his Facebook page, he has threatened to bring warfare to the LAPD and utilize every bit of small arms training, demolition, ordnance, and survival training I've been given, he said. Dorner, 33, who rose to the rank of lieutenant in the U.S. Navy and served in Iraq before joining the LAPD, also ominously warned that he has shoulder-launched surface-to-air missiles to knock out any helicopters used to pursue him. Last night, Brian Levin, a psychologist and professor of criminal justice at Cal State University, San Bernardino, said, "We're talking about someone who basically perceives that a tremendous injustice has been done to him and took his life and identity. Now he is quite literally at war." Okay, wow, yeah, this guy's got some issues. The next page says, Dorner's rampage began last Sunday when he shot dead Monica Kwan, 27, the daughter of a former LAPD captain, and her fiancé, Keith Lawrence, as they sat in their car outside their home in Irvine, California. 3 days later, he stole a boat at gunpoint from an 81-year-old man at a yacht club in San Diego, near the Mexican border. He abandoned the boat when he could not get its engine to start. The following day, last Thursday, he was involved in a shootout with police in Corona, 110 miles north of San Diego. The officers, one of whom was wounded, had been guarding one of his intended online targets. Later that day, in nearby Riverside, he killed one police officer, whose name has not yet been revealed for security reasons, and wounded a second after opening fire on their car at a set of traffic lights. As the manhunt for him broadened across numerous police jurisdictions, police mistakenly shot and wounded a mother and daughter delivering newspapers in a pickup truck similar to Dorner's. That incident in the LA suburb of Torrance was astonishingly followed 2 hours later by another in the same area, when police again opened fire on a pickup. This time there were no casualties. Hours later, Dorner's actual pickup truck was found on a forest road near Big Bear City. He had torched it, a San Bernardino police spokesman said. "We assume it may have broken down before he set fire on it." Since then, the huge manhunt for Dorner has focused on an area where hundreds of log cabins, both owned and rented out to tourists, are dotted around the mountainside. There's a strong possibility he's using an empty and abandoned one as a bolt hole, a police spokesman added last night. LAPD Police Chief Charlie Beck, who has pleaded on TV with Dorner to surrender, accepted he might be difficult to find, adding, "He knows what he's doing. We trained him, and he was also a member of the armed forces. It is extremely worrisome and scary." Police have also pleaded with local residents not to try to mount a civilian vigilante force to try to aid in the hunt for the fugitive. However, one Big Bear resident, Dennis Pollock, said, "I did 12 years in the Marine Corps. Give me a sniper rifle, some gear, and point me in his direction, general direction, and then get out of my way." Another local said, "We know every inch of this terrain and could be a real help to the cops, but all they've told us is to stay at home and lock all our doors." Last night, America's National Weather Center warned that the hunt for Dorner could be further hampered by an expected snowfall of up to 6 inches in the mountains. Wind gusts of up to 50 miles per hour are also forecast, creating an extreme wind chill factor in the already freezing conditions. San Bernardino County Sheriff John McMahon said, "To be honest, he could be anywhere right now. Torching his own vehicle could have been a diversion to throw us off track. Anything is possible with this man." Whoa, I just thought that was interesting, and I wanted to share that with you guys. You know what? And I hope you have a really good rest of the day, and I hope to get back on and talk to you soon, my friends. Keep looking up. The redemption of our Lord draweth nigh. He's redeemed us, but he hasn't came for us. Keep on your full armor of protection every day in the Lord. Don't let those wicked darts of the devil get at you guys. Stay strong in the Lord. Keep strong and keep meeting together with other like-minded Christians. And just love on your family, guys. In Jesus' name, I pray you guys stay healthy. He's coming for us soon. Bye, friends.